Welcome to a TLDR Wrath guide for Yogg-Saron, for anyone who is waiting for a decent classic boss fight. Yogg has 3 phases, and you'll need to make a group of 10 players to be the brain trust in phase 2. First though, each of the keepers will give a buff to the raid, giving everyone more damage, healing, health, and movement speed. Freya will spawn green sanity wells, which restore your sanity. Podia saves any shitters who die every 25 seconds. Mimiron makes adds attack and cast slower, and Thorim kills the guardians in phase 3. Choose as many as you want, but choosing none of them is the hard mode achievement. During phase 1, Sara is an NPC that sits in the middle of the room while adds spawn from clouds. Dodge the moving farts around the room or you'll spawn more, which your tanks won't like. Sara also buffs the raid to act like she's being nice. Fervor increases damage done as well as damage taken. Blessing heals you but gives a dot for twice as much. And Anger increases an ad's damage and gives it a dot. The adds cast Dark Volley, which hits anyone nearby, but it should be kicked. And Dominate Mind is a mind control that needs to be purged or dispelled ASAP. Kill the adds near Sara and they do an AoE when they die, so either heal through it or have a tank pull it to her at low health and have ranged kill it. When you've killed 8 adds on top of her, phase 2 will start and now you have sanity to deal with. Drop to 0 and you'll be mind controlled even if you get rezzed, which sucks for any shitters who think they can get rid of it. This phase is split between upstairs and the brain room, and melee are better for the brain train. Upstairs there are 3 types of tentacle adds that need to be killed. Constrictors are top prio as they grab someone and deal heavy damage, but you can use immunities or hand of protection to get them out. Crushers get a damage buff while they're being attacked, so have ranged kill them, and when they cast diminished power, stop damage, let the buff drop, and have a tank hit them to interrupt it. Corruptors are last and throw out a handful of dispellable debuffs on the raid. A curse, disease, magic effect, and poison, so if you can't dispel any of them, you're gonna have a bad time. Kill these when there's nothing else, or there's too many for you to handle. Upstairs will also have Sara throwing shit at them. Death Ray is green beams to avoid. Psychosis is unavoidable damage and sanity loss because fuck you. And Brain Link connects 2 players with a beam that deals damage and sanity loss if you're too far away, so stack up with your buddy. Brainiacs click the portals around the room to go into the visions. Fear Skulls deal damage and reduce sanity if you're facing them, so show them your ass while you hunt for hentai. Kill all the fake NPCs to reveal the brain of Yogg. The brain has a 60-second cast that MCs everyone inside, so get out before it goes off. And while attacking the brain, the tentacles upstairs get stunned, so the upstairs team move around the room to clean them up. Bring the brain to 30% to trigger phase 3, but try to clear the tentacles first. Stack the raid to the side of Yogg and balance DPS between the boss and the adds. Guardian adds have stacks of a damage buff that drop when you attack it, so they do get easier over time. They don't do anything major, but they do need to be tanked, and at 1% Thorim will kill them. The only other ability is Lunatic Gaze, which is the same as the skulls from phase 2, so don't look at the boss when it casts. All that's left is to burn down the boss and finish the raid. Now for the Zero Lights achievement, which will make this guide far too long. You get the achievement by taking none of the keeper buffs, meaning you'll have less damage and healing, less health, and take more damage. But most impactful is having no sanity restoration and unkillable adds in phase 3. In phase 1, don't force spawn any adds to reduce the overall damage. Tank them in the middle, dodge the clouds, and prio kicking Shadow Nova even if they're about to die. During phase 2, assign each of the brain group to a portal so they can maximize the time they have. If any of them are linked together or grabbed by a tentacle just before they go down, it can easily cause a wipe, but this is just RNG bullshit. If it does happen, save hand of protection for the grabbers, and if 2 of the brain team get linked far away, swap one of them out. When the brain is close to 30%, wait to push the phase until the tentacles upstairs are just about to die. If you push while they're still up, you'll probably fucking die. In phase 3, tanks and healers are in for a bad time as the guardians can't die and will stack up over time. When they reach 1%, they'll become immune and the 3 lowest health will get targeted by the boss after some time. After 10 seconds, they'll heal themselves and anything around them, so assign 3 players to pull them away, 1 to each side and 1 behind. And lastly, Deafening Roar deals raid-wide damage and silences you for a few seconds, which is just annoying. Split your damage to keep the adds low while still having enough damage for the boss, and eventually you might actually get the kill. Congrats if you manage this genuinely hard fight. Now we begin the wait until ICC for the next challenge. Like and subscribe if you found this useful. I'll catch you in the next one.